channel. It's your girl B. Today we are going to be talking about why I took a social media break. So basically I took a fast on social media. But first, before we get to this video, go ahead and hit that subscription button right down there and hit the notification bell. And also, if you want to see how I got this natural look, I'll have the video linked down in the description box or at the end of this video. All right, so let's get right to it. So today we're gonna talk about why I took a break from social media. I took about a 2-month break, a little bit over 2-month break from social media. And there are so many reasons why I felt like this break was necessary. And one of the first reasons was that whenever I would wake up, my phone is usually on a nightstand closest to like the side that I lay on. I tend to just lay on one side. So that side is where I keep my phone charging and everything. And even though, yeah, like my phone is on vibrate or whatever, but I noticed that when I wake up in the morning, instead of getting up and doing my devotional and things like that, I would say a quick prayer and it would really just be like, thank you for waking me up, Lord, something like that. And instead of getting up and actually doing my prayer and doing my devotional, I would pick up my phone and I'm checking notifications, I'm checking Instagram right away, or I go on Facebook. And I just began, like, I started thinking about it. I'm like, this is not good. Like, there's nothing about this that's good. Like, these things aren't doing anything for me to be so engulfed in them. But so, okay, that was just one of the things that I noticed. And then I began noticing that I used it as a form of procrastination. Now, just typically speaking, I'm one of those people, I work well under pressure, so I like to procrastinate. It's not good, but you know, I guess I like the pressure, but it was something that I had been working on. And I noticed that whenever I didn't want to do something, I would pick up my phone and I'd start scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, and I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna take like 20 minutes or so. And by the time you know it, an hour has gone by and I'm like, where did the time go? So now you factor this an hour a couple times a day, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time, and time is of the essence. Like, time is the most valuable currency in the world. Like, you cannot get your time back. So whatever time you've wasted, you can't buy it back, you can't get it back, you know, so it's really valuable. So I began thinking like, okay, I am definitely wasting my time. There's so many other things that I could be doing with this time that I'm not using, you know, my energy to do this, you know. So I started thinking about that and I'm like, okay, those are two things that just aren't sitting well with me where social media is concerned. And then I started realizing that, you know, we all in life, we all have our life goals, we have our goals, we have, you know, an idea of where we want to be in the future. At least majority of people do. Not everyone, but a majority of people do. And for me, I am very goal oriented. I have goals that I want to achieve, and I have a certain time span that I want to achieve certain things. And I started realizing that even though I'm not the type of person that likes to compare myself to people, I feel like if someone gets something, great, they worked for it, great, I'm happy for them, but that doesn't necessarily make me feel any kind of way. But I started realizing that I compared my level of success to others. And this is what I mean by that. I started coming hard on myself, saying like, you know, like, you have these goals, you have your vision board, you look at your vision board, and you know where you want to be within the next 5 years, and so on and so forth. And even though, yeah, I'm working towards these things, it made me feel like social media made me feel like I wasn't working that hard to get to where I wanted to be. And it was because, you know, you see so many people living a lavish lifestyle, or they're putting all these things out there that seem as if, you know, they're go-getters and they're achieving their goals. And I'm not saying a good amount of people aren't, but I'm also saying there are a good amount of people on there that do it literally just for clout. Like, they are literally just doing it on screen, and that is not really what their actual life is like. And so I had to come to that realization and say, you know, you're doing fine. You're working hard. You have multiple things that you're putting your energy towards, and these things take time. It's not anything that's gonna manifest itself within a short time span, you know? And so I had to really sit and encourage myself in that way. Another thing is, you know, the unrealistic goals, whether it be relationship goals or whether it be body goals, whatever. I typically don't look at people or their relationships and claim it as goals, because I understand that, you know, with everything, there's gonna come the bad. So if you wanna look good, you wanna exercise, you wanna have a nice body, exercising and being dedicated to that is a lot of hard work. Eating healthy, being consistent, just like being in a good, healthy relationship is a lot of hard work. It's not always gonna be sweet. It's not always gonna be rosy and flowery. There are gonna be tough times. And so those are some of the reasons why I don't compare myself to people in that way. However, it started making me think, like, if I continue in the way that I was going, it could be a potential, because with the different types of bodies that you see on there, you start to think like, well, my body is not like that. So what does that mean? If society is glorifying this specific type of feature, does that mean that, you know, I'm not as beautiful as what society may think? So I just didn't want to get in that mind frame. And so I decided that it was best for me to take a little break from social media and really just focus. And you guys, since I took that break, during that break, I thought it was gonna be hard. Honestly, I thought like, okay, what am I gonna look at? You know, I don't really watch TV. I don't really watch like Netflix either. I probably watch a movie once a week. That's like the only time I watch TV or anything like that. I mean, I do like listen to music a lot. That's really what I enjoy doing, and I do that every day. And I watch my motivational speaking on YouTube and preaching every day. But as far as like watching television or Netflix or Hulu or anything like that, I don't typically do that. So I was like, well, I mean, I'm really about to be bored, you know? And honestly, I haven't been. The very next day I thought like, oh, I'm probably gonna like download it all back on my phone, because what I did was I took everything off my phone. So I took Instagram off, I took Facebook, I took LinkedIn, you guys. I really just didn't want anything that was going to cause a distraction. And I wanted to utilize this time to really just focus on myself and focus on my goals and my dreams. And so during that time, I started going back to the gym. I recently just started though, and I hadn't gone for a while because I don't know, I just felt like life was busy. But no, life wasn't busy. It was really that I was utilizing my time in the wrong way. So I started going back to the gym. You know, I just started really focusing on my mental and where I wanted to be as a person, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And so yeah, and during this break is really what gave me the energy to start back my YouTube channel and start filming videos and working on it a little bit more. So I realized that it wasn't really that I didn't have time for these important things that I wanted to do. It was more so that I wasn't prioritizing appropriately. And I was prioritizing social media over these things. And so I really felt like I needed this break, and I enjoyed this break. So usually I'm not on social media every day. I'm not really active, but I have taken like mini short breaks before. So like whenever I'm fasting, I'll do like a 3-day fast. I'll be off of social media the entirety of my fasting, or a 7-day fast, whatever it is. I'll be off of social media, but this is the longest I've ever gone without having any access. And so like it felt good. It felt really good, and it is something that I will do again, just because I feel like it brought a sense of clarity to me, and it is something that I would recommend for anybody looking to make a change and a difference in their life. Because if you're so consumed with what society is doing and what society is saying your life should be like, you know, it's gonna cause too many distractions. And I would really recommend that, you know, you guys take a little bit of a break, even if it's a week, even if it's 2, whatever works for you, to just kind of do a cleansing and just clear your mind. And yeah, so if you have done something like this, let me know down in the comment section. If you're hoping to do something like this, let me know down there. Otherwise, thank you for stopping by. Stay blessed, and remember, you are beautiful.